family members. They said, you know what, it's a dream of mine, always been a dream of mine to go experience a playoff game in Madison Square Garden, let alone the finals. I was expecting it to be rocking. And I'm just saying, from what I didn't experience in my playing days, playing for Boston, playing for OKC, last night was a disappointment for me. I ain't gonna lie. No matter what happened, maybe it was because, President Trump was in there. I don't know. But the energy wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be hearing name calling. I thought I was going to be hearing a whole lot of, they came up with some chants every now and then for about 30 seconds, but it wasn't really nothing aggressive. You know what I mean? It wasn't really just, if I was a player, I wasn't really, I just didn't feel the passion and energy. I just didn't seem better, and I didn't seem more.
Cameron?
I wasn't there.
Okay, he wasn't there, but let me just tell you, you walked in and you were like, the vibe shifted. You did say you felt that.
Because what I'm saying is this, right? Stephen A., you did a list yesterday. And what I think is this, right? New York has the #1 fan base in the city. In the arena, it's something different. See, that was the conversation when we was up there with Wilby yesterday and you was talking about it. When you're in the arena, it may not be the same atmosphere on the street. You go on the street, it's dangerous.
It is.
It's dangerous on the street. You really got to be careful if you're not a New York Knicks fan.
Right.
You got to move around right.
Yeah.
But an arena's a different story. So when you do this list, I'm sitting here saying, this is a really good question because are we talking about the city as a whole or are we talking about the arena? Me and Perk was just talking about when you go to OKC, right? And I'm just telling you, I didn't go to OKC before. Everybody's putting a shirt on. So when you're watching it on TV, it's color coordinated.
Spurs too.
Spurs too. You know what I'm saying? You put them shirts on. Nobody's putting the shirts on. When you get to the garden, they like, man, I came in LV, Gucci. Nobody's doing all that. So, no, I'm just saying because we're real fashionable when it comes to that. They're not putting on a shirt. From TV, it looked live. It looked really live. But how I'm going to sit here and argue with somebody who was actually there. Now, Stephen A., you were there. You tell me your opinion on it.
The garden inside was electric at the very beginning before tip-off arrived. But the problem was outside of the garden is what you were fixated on prior to last night. It was the whole city buzzing. It was everywhere you went. It was the congestion. It was people looking forward to the watch party. It was folks outside. Our man Russ over here could tell y'all that, diehard Knicks fan himself. It was the people outside setting the stage for those inside. And Cameron alluded to it during the break, but I'm going to confirm it for him. The stars are the stars, and we love them being there because they're real. Unlike a lot of other places, the stars that show up there, when you see the Chris Rocks, the Spike Lees, the Ben Stillers of the world, the Timothy Chalamets and all these, they're real big-time basketball fans. John Turturro, Tracy Morgan, John Turturro, Fat Joe. I mean, they ain't fake, phony Knicks fans. These are the real deal. Please don't get me wrong. But there's a lot of corporate stuff going. This is why Dolan messes up. Like I got on Trump. You understand what I'm saying? But the real culprit in all of this is Dolan because Dolan invited him. Let's be very clear. You Trump, you're the president of the United States. You've been a lifelong Knicks fan. You've been going to their games. All these I tell people this all the time. You don't hear me engaging in the name calling, the histrionics, and all this other stuff because we knew Trump before he ran for president. We knew him. I was on the phone with him when he wanted to buy the Buffalo Bills. I was on the phone with him when he said, yo, the price tag is $1.4 billion. They only had, according to them, the NFL, he only had 1.1. And Trump said in 2014, Stephen A., I've said it 1,000 times on the airwaves. I'll say it again to everybody that don't know. He says, Stephen A., if them MFers get in my way and stop me from buying the Buffalo Bills, I'm going to get them all back. I'm going to run for president. That's what he said. And sure enough, when they rejected it, that's what he did. So our history goes back. Trump has been in Knicks game. He's hosted fights at his casinos. We all knew him. My point is that because you're a native New Yorker, because you're from Queens, because you breed orange and blue, and you know what that's about. How the hell could you interrupt that momentum that the New York Knicks carried in game 3? How dare you? And then this damn Dolan. You understand? The dude that was born on third base would think he hit a triple. That dude. Let me read something to you here.
Okay, quickly, then we got to go.
The Trump administration, no, we ain't rushing. Wait. Listen and wait. Okay. The Trump administration announced on May 20th that the federal government committed $8 billion to overhaul Penn Station. See what I'm saying? With Dolan, that's what it all comes. What has been the argument against Dolan for years? The business of Madison Square Garden got in the way of basketball. Any Knicks fan will tell you that, okay? But Knicks fans who are sitting courtside could never say that publicly because, Shay, I don't know if you know this, he'll take their tickets away. If you got one of those dudes courtside and they ruffle his feathers, he will not allow you back in the building. They know it. That's why you never hear anybody talking about the New York Knicks as a season ticket holder, because he'll confiscate them. You understand? This is what he does. And I'm saying all of these people that were lamenting this about this man, business gets in the way. Finally, you do something right. You bring Leon Rose. You bring World Wide West. You get a guy like Jalen Brunson. You build a team around him. For once in this man's life, he's getting positive pub, and he ruins it. He ruins it because he goes and he invites the president. Why? Couldn't you win a tip? You ain't win the tip. Remember, his daddy used to run it. Charles Dolan was running the Knicks all of those years that the New York Knicks were getting to the conference finals, a couple of NBA finals going up against Jordan. That was Charles Dolan. Daddy handed his boy this franchise. He didn't earn it. Now, he knows what he's doing in business. Now, he knows how to make money, but it was handed to him. And when it comes to basketball, business, which Dolan is very astute at, always gets in the way of basketball. This is the latest example. So I'm not just talking about Trump. I'm talking about his ass, Dolan, that dude right there, getting in the way. And if the New York Knicks end up losing this series, let me tell you something right. The Heat, Dolan, keep in mind, I'm the dude that called for him to be protested. Protesters was getting ready to show up outside of Madison Square Garden the day he hired Phil Jackson. Little did I know he's going to hire him to be executive and not the damn coach. You understand that? I wanted the coach. I didn't want the executive. But he got Phil Jackson to stave off those protests that was coming outside of Madison Square Garden. You blow this damn series because you want to sit up there and schmooze with the president. You already got billions now. You want to schmooze with the president? You get in the way of this damn championship. Ain't going to hear the end of it from me. I'm telling you that right now. You ain't going to hear the end of it from me. You think I'm loud now. You wait. They better not blow this series. We're talking sports. This is basketball. This is Dolan. More so than Trump. Trump just bad luck right now. But Dolan, this is really him. And by the way, it wasn't just Trump looking like he was sleeping. That was Dolan right next to him. He didn't look awake either. Ain't that your team? Let's go to break.
Coming up, Karl Anthony Towns playing last night's loss was, let's just call it, less than stellar. We'll tell you why it was not his fault and who deserves the blame for it. More First Take after this. Plus, Wemby showed up and put on a show at the Garden last night. Can the Knicks still win the title if he is the best player on the floor? We'll dive into that and much more. Keep locked. More First Take.
Here you leave today and enter a world of cool kids